Today, former President Jimmy Carter celebrating his 100th birthday. Carter served as 39th president from 1977 to 1981 and is the longest-lived U.S. president. His wife of 77 years, Rosalynn, died at age 96 in November 2023. But the Carter's legacy of giving back will always live on. This year also marks the 40th anniversary of the Carter Work Project, organized by Habitat for Humanity to help families find safe and affordable shelter. And country music stars Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood are leading thousands of volunteers all week long, building 30 new affordable homes in St. Paul, Minnesota. And they're joining me now for more on this, along with the CEO of Habitat for Humanity International, Jonathan Reckford. Garth, Trisha, Jonathan, thank you all for being here. What an amazing undertaking. Garth, can you start by just telling us how you got involved with this project?
Yeah, we just, me and Miss Yearwood were invited down to Katrina about, how long ago was that? Almost
2007. It was 2 years after Katrina, yeah.
So just kind of got involved there. You had heard about Habitat before, of course, but going down there and get to see it in action, it's totally different. So here's the blessing and the curse. If you're thinking about coming to Habitat, be careful about thinking about it, because once you come here, you're going to be here forever.
And Trisha, what was it about that experience that made you decide, I can't just watch this, I can't just support financially, I need to show up, I need to be here? And what does it mean to you doing this work now marking Jimmy Carter's 100th birthday?
Well, I'm a Georgia girl, so I am very partial to President Carter anyway, and Miss Rosalynn. I will say that, you know, there's a lot of ways to volunteer and to give back. And I think, you know, a lot of us think, everybody has that question in their mind, like, what can I do to make things better? We all feel helpless at so many times in our lives with what's going on in the world. Habitat is a way to do something for somebody else that is actually physically doing it. And you can volunteer in a whole lot of ways. We just really loved getting our hands dirty and getting out there and meeting the homeowners, getting to know the construction crews, really feeling like we're a part of these communities. Trust me, we get a lot more out of it probably than they do. And it's just an honor to be here.
Jonathan, how does this project speak to and help address the urgent need for affordable housing across the country?
Well, the Carter Project is really our signature event every year, and it's to not only build the 30 homes, but bring attention to the massive housing crisis we've got in this country and in the world. And so we celebrate the fact that thousands of volunteers are here, and our hope is that's just the beginning, and those volunteers will go back and be part of helping make things better in all of their communities as well. And so in many ways, a lot of people think President Carter started Habitat. That's actually not true. But 40 years ago, when he and Mrs. Carter got on the bus and went up to New York City, slept in a church basement and rehabbed a tenement building on the Lower East Side of Manhattan, that's when the world found out about it. And their examples help over 59 million people around the world have newer, improved housing. And this week is a big way to just bring attention and renew attention to that cause, as well as celebrate President Carter's incredible legacy.
Garth, is there one or a few moments that stick out to you that surprised you since you've started working with Habitat for Humanity?
Yeah, and it came with a quote from President Carter. President Carter said, if you go to sleep at night with a roof over your head, you're spoiled. And I don't think I got that until you start hearing the stories of the homeowners trying to raise children without a roof over their head, going from other families' houses to shelters, and that whole thing that she talked about this morning about being in survival mode. You can't do anything else in survival mode. Having that roof over your head, everybody gets to take a breath. Now the children start to get more educated. Everybody starts to feel like they have a place to be okay and not be okay, if that makes any sense. And that right there is the foundation, I think, of all of our lives. Way before anything political, way before anything economical, it's that foundation of the home. And I think I just took it for granted because all my life I've had a roof over my head.
And Trisha, what has this week been like for you building homes so far? And what are you looking forward to for the rest of the week?
Well, this is the one week out of the year when I do what I'm told. So I like to volunteer on the site because I don't know how to do every skill, but I will take direction, and they're laughing because they know it's true, that I don't take direction well. But this is the week that I really enjoy that. And I usually learn, you always do something on a bill site that you've never done before. And so I don't know what that is yet. We're really just getting started this morning, and yesterday built a little bit. So, but our house is going up. And working on the Carter house, we were always told, President Carter always told us, this is not a competition as long as our house gets finished first. And so we're probably behind a little bit this morning. We're going to have to get caught up.
It seems like you guys are doing wonderful work, helping so many people and also having some fun with each other. We appreciate so much you coming on. Garth Brooks, Trisha Yearwood, Jonathan, thank you all.